Black Series Edition LLC. I gotta go get some music because right now there's no music playing. We got some music, got some copyright free music. I'm gonna play. What we got going on here? Copyright free background music. There's some music right there we can play. See where we coming up through. Speakers are on the other side. Let me see. All right, let me see. Let me get back to where we were at. There we go. Let me go turn my speakers up a little bit because I can't hear them. I'll put you guys over here. All right, as I stated up top, our 24 ounces, and also too, thank you for the support for that. We do appreciate that. We have now the most affordable screen paint on the market. $174, 24 ounces, paints up to 120-inch screen. For those who doubt us, do not do our same demonstrations at all. Yesterday we did an insane demonstration. We did from 8 o'clock to 8 o'clock evening. We did a live stream, I think over 16 hours of demonstrations, backing the product up on a level that we think we raised the bar a little too high. In that demonstration, you watched our screen paint function from 8 o'clock all the way till 8 o'clock in the evening on a 720p projector at 21 feet away at 100. You saw everything from contrast levels to white levels to color levels. We just played everything on that screen. We didn't just stick to one thing only. 16 hours of video, yeah, we just ran about everything we possibly could on it. And we were able to maintain this, like I said, on a $270 projector at only 720p. When we tell you that you can replace your TV with our technology, we stand by that 100%. Those of you who make those statements, you got to pass demonstrations like that. And if it's too much for you, then your product don't work at the end of the day. You have to be able to back that up. I said it many times on camera, you have to back it up. All right, so I want to put that demonstration right up here on our home page. Up here, we got one demonstration showing our product going side by side with a TV. So now we're going to put this other demonstration right next to it. We're going to shrink this right here so we can get videos in here. So let me shrink this video right here. Let me see. Here we go. I'm going to bring this video down a little bit more. We got some room here. It'd be nice if we can put a video. Can we put a video player in here to select the videos we want? I want to see something for a minute. I'm going to grab me this video right here. Copy this one. And see if we can go in and put a video player. Instead of trying to put two videos in there side by side, we can put an entire video player in there. So I'm going to go in here. Since I got the video already here locked in, can I change my design? What about my layout? Is the layout, we do with the layout? No, I'm going to change the whole video from here. So I'm going to take this off. I already copied it already. Got plenty of room in here for this other video player. And I can drop this down a little bit lower. Let me see what we get in the video player. Let me get to add some elements. Oh, we don't want it here. We got to remove this. We don't want it here. We need it right here. Add some elements. So you can put another video player to play two videos at one time. Not one time. We don't come up. Let's get and add an element in here. All right. We need something we can change the videos out. This would be nice right here. I wonder how big this thing is. Ooh, man, it's a good size too. All right, can we adjust it to get it to fit in here? Let me see. We need to be nice, come on, be nice. I don't like when it black out like that. Work with me, work with me. I'm dragging you up, but you're not coming with me. Did you just come with me or not? Did you just stay there? Let me see. All right, you did move up with me. All right, cool. All right, that's perfect. I'm gonna expand my sides up just a little bit. That's perfect. That's definitely perfect. Let's see if we got this aligned just right, so it's not crooked. There he is right there. All right, that means I can expand my sides a little bit more. How are we doing for the bottom? Are we expanding for the bottom too? Oh no, we're good. We're good at the bottom. All right. Well, this is definitely in line with the center. Let me see. That's the center for alignment right there. All right. That shows it sitting right in the center. So that's good right there. All right, now we can load some more videos into this. So manage videos. We'll put more than one video in this one. Show you how they want us to do this. Where's my video library? All right, we don't want to add these in here. Let me see. This video is very dead. We don't want to put these in here. I just want 2 videos in here. Could add a video from YouTube. Let me see. Now, is this going to be separate from what we put in there? Or is it going to be part of the group? Because we don't want to put the whole group in there. So I guess we can just do what we want. This one we want right here. I wonder. All right, I'm going to have to go to YouTube and get that one. All right, let me see. Where are we on YouTube? All right, we can come back to these later. I definitely do a video on our 1,000 lumens 13 feet back. I need to add these to the page. We have a page for these. All right, so let me see. I'm just pulling the YouTube because I don't want to go back and get those. I need to go get the one we did yesterday. Let me see. Gee whiz, bird. Can you text me any smaller? Micro. Let's see. No. Larger. It's larger. Larger text. Here we go. This is what we want. Definitely 212 line. I ain't blind, but that text is like super tiny small. I don't want it too big. I think 125 is 122 or 125 is the normal for text. Gee whiz, it still looks like I'm watching this from micro. Let me see if we got that right. I don't know if that's not going through or what, or what's going on. That's supposed to apply, but I don't know. Ugh, can we refresh this to make sure this is actually functioning correctly? Gee whiz, are we going? Yeah, the text right here is perfect. Why is YouTube like I need a magnifying glass to go through it? All right, whatever. Let me just get through whatever I gotta get through. I need here we go. This is what I need. This is the all-day stream. Yeah, people who got mad over us over the all-day stream. You know that? The haters course. because we raised the bar. You're going to have to do that. You do know that, right? If you're going to claim your product to be ambient light rejection and claim that it basically can, we use a lot more to do with ambient light rejection besides that, but that's one of the tests you'll have to go through. Every time we do something crazy and off the wall like that, people are going to expect for others to do the same thing. How does your screen perform all day in the environment? The reason why we did that demonstration was because usually when you watch a demonstration, you don't know. We try to do our demonstrations live and we try to do them so you can see as much light hitting the screen. But this basically destroys the rehearsed environment altogether, which means you can't go in and have an environment, ambient light controlled, all that nonsense, and have it rehearsed and then make a statement it works throughout the entire day. You don't have no evidence that it works throughout the entire day. I know mine works throughout the entire day because I leave my projectors on. My projectors run all day long in the house or in the apartment, wherever you're going to put it. So I know mine works all day. But you have to be to back that up. So there you go. There's us backing it up. You have to be to back that up. Customer needs to know that if he or she is going to be using this in their home or they're going to be using this in their business, they need to know if it's going to work around the clock. You're not going to have screens washing out or fading. You can pull contrast and color. This is very important. And again, we didn't use any expensive high-end projectors to try to make the screen look like something more than it was. And we didn't do any of that. We're going to use the big boy screen here. So you have to be to back that up. That's why I said I'm tired of people coming on YouTube making all these false accusations that the products are this and do that, and there is no videos anywhere to back that up. So we can literally say in this video, we know exactly how that product's going to function all day. I see it all day anyway because I use my projectors all day. All right, so we're going to take this right here and we're going to add this to our new video player. That's why I said there's a ton of demonstrations missing. That's why I'm not going to bother with the whole, they try to start and spark the back and forth. We're not going to spark the back and forth. We're basically showing at the end of the day, where are your test demonstrations? These products are being launched on here. There are no test demonstrations. There's nothing backing their claims up in the specifications. And you put there and say your product works on venue. Working on one venue projector is not enough. You got to work on multiple venue projectors. Each venue projector reacts differently. So you have to have enough of them under your belt that you can clearly say, hey, I've done venue projectors. Saying your product can basically tackle a certified screen. How many certified screens have you literally tested against your product? If you're saying your product is ambient light rejection, then how many demonstrations have you done in ambient light environments? How many? Not the same environment over again. I've changed multiple houses in apartments and still been able to fire up with no problem. Outside, I can't express that enough. Literally, just because you do one demonstration outside does not make your product weatherproof or outside. No, you have to have multiple demonstrations on multiple levels. How is it going to react? We got a thing on Crystal Ridge called the grid. It's the biggest demonstration setup where we have more demonstrations inside and out, showing that product working on every single level. One I can't explain is black versus black. We do those demonstrations to back up our products and make sure that the customer is fully aware that they're not just getting black paint or black fabric or any of that stuff, which is the same thing as our products. So you have to back that up. We don't never see gray versus gray. And that's very important. Now, if that offends some people at the end of the day, if that makes people angry at the end of the day, then you really should not be making screen paint products. Let me see, where are we going back to our grid here? Going back to our grid, put our video in there. There we go. I gotta go into, oh, now see, right here, the text got huge. But we're on whatchamacallit, the text didn't get huge for jack. Oh man, I'm gonna go back and do this again. I hate it when it doesn't work correctly. How is the text? One thing on one end, one thing on another end. Let me come back in here. Bring this back to 20. Put the upload. No. Try it again. Try it again. We already went through? Okay, we already went through. Okay, cool. I'll take that. All right, now we need to add a video. Go to YouTube. Hopefully we just get these and we don't get the other ones. Wait, what did we get on that one? Why we got an X on that one? All right, let's go back and figure out why you're not one to play, right? Maybe I didn't get the whole caption. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, we got people got upset with that. I guess because we put the bar too high up. The bar needs to be up as high as possible. That means people will test their products better. And the consumer gets a better product at the end of the day. All right, so we got it already. All right, then we need to put the X up there for us. That's stupid. Add the library. All right, so we're getting this one. Let's see what happens. I wonder if we get the whole freaking, all of these. I don't want all of these in here. These are already, these are way too many. This is, we got these already set up on another grid already. Let's see these. Add a channel. This is for add a channel. Oh, there it is. Add a channel. Just get ours, or did we get everybody else's? Gee whiz, we got everything in there. I didn't want anything in there. I just wanted what I wanted in there. All right, can I execute and take the ones that I don't want? Get the luxury edition, which is for editing videos. Video unavailable. Yeah, we know, because it's going through that whole thing with the video content. It's right there, but that's the cover. Let me see. All right, this is gonna be an uphill battle fighting. Just trying to get only 2 videos to load up. They're loading all our other videos. You know, we don't want them in there. We already got a section for that already. We don't need that. So we literally have how many videos loaded in this machine? What we can go in for settings. All right, we can add this video here. This would be the one video for video 1. Let me see how that works. Oh, okie doke. I think I kind of got this. Okay, that's one video. That's one video. And you can put a channel in. You can also add a new video. So can I add a new video from my selection? Because I want that one and I want the TV in there. Alright. Update. Can I add that to channel? All videos. Okay. Alright, let's see how you work out. Oh yeah, this is definitely going to be a headache for today. should be, they made it easier. There should be an option of which videos you want to use, which videos you don't want to use. This would make it so much easier. But they don't do it that way. So we don't want these. We already have all these already set up on the player. Let me see what's going on with this. I might have to just put 2 separate video players in here. We just have the one video. Oh, I like these better. Actually, these are much better than the actual video players we use. I might start using these now on. These are much sharper.
We just have a projector on.
All right. I gotta toy around with these. I need a blank page. That's a much better video player than the other ones. Much better. But we need to have those 2 video players put in there. Let me see. Yes. Thank you. Let's see. Make sure we got this right. It's a video, right? Yes, the app. Okay. Yeah, make sure when you're doing that, you are actually hitting the video player, because you can literally knock your entire page out. If you hit anywhere outside the video player, that can happen. So make sure you read when it says, "Are you sure?" Wait a minute. I'm going to take it out of here. All right. Let me see. We need to go back into add elements. Any of these with a grid is going to basically make me get the cool grid. We got a video slideshow. We're going to have to do these individually. I hate doing individual videos. All right, we'll do this right here. This will make it easier for me. We'll put this one right here. Do that from at the bottom for the other one. Oh, we can do them side by side. Let's see, this right here. We can shrink this. Text is too big. You can bring it down to around 20. That's perfect. And then we can basically expand the video players. Give them kind of a widescreen effect to them. Let me see what we got here at the bottom. Oh, we got plenty of room to play there. We give them a bit of a widescreen effect to them. We'll add another video in there. Where do we have the bottom? Oh, we got plenty of room. All right. Centered. Where is the center? Oh, that's great. You don't want to give me the center, so I guess I had a second guess where the center may be at. Let me see. This doesn't make any sense. Where's the center at? There it is. There's the center. What the freak? Seriously? All right. And you're supposed to be. There we are. There's the center. Another question. That's the center. Let's see this one for a minute. Let's save that for a minute. Thank you. I need to go ahead and preview on that one. Let me see. All right, so that is actually centered. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. When you do this on the advanced editing page, you get this little window. You don't know exactly if you're all the way over, or you're too far over. You have to trust that line that pops up that tells you're in the literally center of the page. Okay, I see now. Because it doesn't feel that way when you're actually doing the advanced editing, because it's all this freaking information on the page. All right, it is actually in the center. Oh, okay, that's good to know. There's the slideshows right there. Perfect. Yeah, that's perfect. This is actually perfect. I'll take that. doing this one today? All right. If you know you're there, there you are. That's technology being grumpy. All right. Bigger question. Where's the TV at? 'Cause that's the hard one to get. We got this one already. Now we need to get the one with the TV on it. Gee whiz. I'm gonna have to look that up now. Yeah, because we copied that one. We need the one with the TV on it. We gotta go on the hunt. Let me see. TV versus. Never mind. Just forget it. I just put it in myself. What were we using at the time? Was it a Merce? I think it was a Merce. No, it was a Phantom. Oh, I forgot. We got to get more black on black demonstrations. So Phantoms have a whole bunch underneath that. It was a Phantom that did that one. Let me see. Phantom. It was a Phantom that did that demonstration. Phantoms were beasts, I'm telling you. Each one of these screen paints that we develop, we actually add a little bit of each one into the product. Phantoms had insane capabilities. They could basically do this right next to TVs. You can tell one of them jokes from the other. Which, speaking of all this, what about OLEDs? Yeah, the showroom's going to have OLEDs. I got a whole lot of stuff that I'm picking up that I'm buying for the showroom. And we're going to show our TVs going side by side to OLEDs. Well, that's basically going to rake in some craziness, isn't it? I still can't believe I have friends contacting me like 16. Yeah, we were on camera that freaking long. So again, if I hear anybody out there making claims that they're making statements that our product works all the way, yeah, I want to see this for myself. Sit in front of a camera for God knows how many hours and show me through a live stream. Can't make that statement unless you can back it up. We can do it. We've done it. I think we know how screens activate when they're outside, what time of the day. We stick a camera out there, and the camera basically, we go back and check, and it shows when the screen activates. That's how we know what time the screen activates. So that's why when I look on sites, when people are saying we have screen paint that works outside, what time does the screen activate? There's no information on it because they don't know what time the screen activates. Most of them would just basically take a shot in the dark and just go with the usual. What most people say, well, we fire up at around 8 o'clock. Anything fires up at 8 o'clock, literally. But then again, it's a difference between a white screen outside and a black screen outside. Big difference. So you ain't picking up contrast, even if you're outside in the dark. Let me see, where we got it at right here. I got it, we got it here. We got to look for here. So it's a Phantom. That's why I said copy and paste those specifications. Make sure they can back up what they're saying. Only people that get upset over this is people who make screen paints and customer. Why does customer get upset over this? I know customers getting upset over that. There it is right there. This one we the TV. Where's the TV? That's not the TV. It's a Phantom, but it's not the TV. Yeah, Phantoms had demonstrations versus black paint, everything. Ran everything through Phantoms. Where's the one with the TV? Oh yeah, it's right here. This is one we did with the what should I call them, fairy? Oh, it's a 21 Phantom. It was a 21, wasn't it? Let me see, the 21. Find that TV one. Front of Black Phantom 21. Next to a gray screen. You know whose product that is, right? Laying against that next to that black screen. We've done all these tests already. We got so many tests, it's insane. As a matter of fact, we have a section on the site called Black versus Gray, Black versus White. I'm gonna add these to it. I keep forgetting we've done all this. You know whose paint that is? That's, you know who? Jamie's, and Jamie's. next to that technology.
This right here is coated with our digital screen paints, throwback screen paint from back in the day. We do have some other screen
Did
paints.
these tests already. That's why y'all be coming up with these demonstrations like, look at this, you're late to the party. You're definitely late to the party. Somebody did not get the memo.
Colors, actually some people show you how much you're missing from
Gray screens are obsolete. You got a gray screen, you got an outdated screen. There you go. I told you, we've done all these tests already. These are old tests. It's a 21 Phantom. Gray screens don't work in fully lit environments, don't have ambient light rejection, don't pick up color. You got a gray screen, you got an outdated screen. That's what you got. And that's a venue back there too on top of that. Can't even register it.
This is to show you. Now I'm doing a pre-recording of this. Sometimes I do live streams. Videos can get a bit choppy sometimes, even though we have boosters in the house that we're getting over down here. But even though we have boosters, sometimes videos can get a little choppier. So this is why I like to come in and pre-record it on top that we do.
We can blend all this technology we have now. These are 48. That's a 21. A 48 can blend anyone's gray screen at the end of the day. We can beat anyone's gray screen. I'll put that challenge out there. I have no problem with that at the end of the day. Anybody else wants to toss their hat in the ring and go against a 48 technology, you let me know. We'll buy it. We'll put you against the technology. We can beat any gray screen on the planet.
So amazing. One of the things that we know that anyone tries to do review.
Oh, we'll be making that mix pretty soon. I'm going to Home Depot to go pick up some products. I gotta call somebody right now. We're gonna make that mix today. Today or tomorrow we're gonna make it. I gotta make a phone call. I got somebody coming out, gonna drive me up to Home Depot. We're gonna buy all the ingredients to make it. Yes, sirree. Yes, sirree. Come on now, you should know better than that. You should know better. Look at this right here. Look at this mess. You should know better. You know, come on. I like to give people, you know how I work. Everybody knows how I work. I'll give you a long enough rope to hang yourself. Let you talk all the trash you want to talk at the end of the day. I'll make it right on camera, blow it out of the water. And from now on, I'm going to use that for our traditional product that we use to crush online, just for fun. Just like the Dynasty paint. It was told that the Dynasty paint was the same as our product. We use it in all demonstrations now. Gray screens don't work. They never have. They work. They serve their purpose. Don't get me wrong. They have served their purpose for what they were designed for at that particular time. That's the personal mix right there. That whole screen is painted with the personal mix. There's a container right there. That's the one I got, and I showed you in the unboxing with the package. That came from a customer who sent that to us. So that's a legit product right there. It don't work. That's the 2.0. The ones you see on the site right now for $60, that's right there. It don't work. Remember when the customer opened up his curtains, and it's nighttime right now. We just got light in the environment, and the screen washed out. They don't pick up.
So we need to have the actual product here for the unboxing to show you that we actually have this order and legit that way.
That's why I'm not buying any of his products unless he can show me some tests. That product not matching house paint, I'm just gonna buy house paint. It's the same thing.
And we need more of the personal mix.
Oh, now we gotta save this. We got a page on there versus gray versus red. Oh, we do have one on there. We don't have this one on there.
It's not gonna be the maintain next to the darker technology we developed. No way whatsoever.
And I can't say this enough. Hello, I used to make great products. If anyone's going to know this stuff is not going to work next to black technology, I would, because I was making it before they were ever on YouTube. Ta-da! So I know this stuff inside and out. I know what it can do and what it can't do. At that particular time, it served its purpose for what it was designed to do. And it did a great job doing it. Now? Oh, heck no. That stuff is old. If you got this stuff smeared across your white screen, you kind of downgraded your product. Look at the contrast levels here. Look at them here. Look how bright the images are here. You don't even pick up the contrast. Colors don't flow correctly. Why do you think every demonstration you see on the gray screen is in a really bad, poorly lit environment? Because they have an extremely difficult time trying to maintain colors and contrast in a fully lit environment. This is why they keep telling you to calibrate, 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 calibrate. Colors don't work.
At the end of the day, those of you that are interested in making the free digital official screen paints, we do have a website for that. You can go and you can make that product for free. We have 4 of them. This is from our old collections or old throwback. We put them up there for
That's a massive difference. I think we're on a 5,000. Chances are it's probably 5,000 on the projector.
You can see displaying amazing white levels next to the gray screen. Producing amazing contrast levels and colors. We have that available on the website.
We didn't do little sample sheets. We did it. That's an entire screen turned up, 100-inch screen turned up, and the right laid right next to another 100-inch screen. No, that's the 92 laying next to a 100-inch, 106-inch elite screen.
The 4th of December. See how it's maintaining its white levels next to the gray screen, but also
Done these tests already. That's why when you naysayers come in here running your mouth, we've done years and years of tests. And again, hello, I used to make y'all paint. Yeah.
Now the digital official screen.
Y'all just don't make our technology. That's what it is, because y'all can't make our technology. Our products keep coming up great. Every time I see somebody, we did that search. Went online to try to find how many people had an ambient projection black screen. Only we have that technology. Everybody else is coming up gray. It's not gray, it's black. The guy made that product. He did it. I give him an effort. He tried to make it, but your literally handle that's black on your paintbrush is darker than your mix, or whatever you want to call that stuff. We need this demonstration. I'm running out of pictures on my webpage. We're going to have to build a whole section now. We got to build a whole section. I'm already building 3 different sections on the website right now. So we bring out the black Cinemax. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do that for the black Cinemax. The black Cinemax I'm going to bring out. We're not going to go after anybody's product. It's up to you. I'm not doing that in the day. I'm not going to go after somebody because that's wrong at the end of the day. We'll give you the option to do it. If you don't want to do it, then you don't do it, and that's the end of it. We move on. We go someplace else. Other than that, we bring out the dedicated True Black Cinemax. We bring that product out. We're going to put a section on the website or whatever. We'll put it someplace where you can actually submit or say that, hey, look, hey, I think my product can take it, and we'll go buy your product, and we'll put it against it. I'm not going to go buy someone's product who doesn't want to do it. They may not want to do that demonstration, so I got to think about that too. Because that'd be kind of bullying. That literally would be bullying. I have to think about, sometimes I say things on camera, but then I get a chance off camera to go, oop, nope, we can't do that, because that's considered the terms of bullying. Because again, say somebody's happy with the great product that they make, even though we do consider it to be it's not an advanced product, but maybe they're happy with it. For us to go out and do that demonstration, knowing we can crush the screen, doesn't help them at the end of the day. Just give them an option to do so. Look at the colors. They don't even, boy, that's why you calibrate on gray screens. They don't see. But anyway, we'll give them the option. And if they say that they don't want to do it, we're not going to mention it. Doesn't come on camera. It never even happened. We move on. This is the reason why, like I said, these tests have to be done. Because again, you need to know at the end of the day what you are purchasing and what you are buying. It's all very important. Forgot about this one. Gee whiz, we're going to run out of room on the website. We're literally going to run out of room. There's no way in the world we're fitting 8,000 videos on the site. That is not going to happen.
The white levels on our technology next to a screen that is far.
We done these yesterday. Actually, matter of fact, I got to do a demonstration on the 174 24 ounce. Because we got the screen down in the other room to 120 inches. So 120 inches, we can do some demonstrations on that against a white surface. We're going to pick up some certified still. I got some shopping to do this week for some certified screens.
Contrast level right there. That's how bright the levels come up on the fan.
Ta-da! We've never done that. We've done these already. That's why when I see people doing those fake demonstrations, we're not going to entertain you anymore. We know what our technology is designed to do. It's test it. And I ain't going to bother wasting the time arguing back and forth or doing this. You already know what they do at the end of the day. If you need to go to the blacklist. You figure it out for yourself. Other than that, Anything else above that, we just take you to court. That's what we do. Because we know that nonsense you do on YouTube, people carrying on and acting up, you ain't gonna do that in the courtroom, are you? Nah, we ain't gonna have that problem in there. No, no. So we nothing but yes, sir, and no ma'am in that bad boy. But we backed our products up. We know we can do it at the end of the day. I forgot all about this one. Now I gotta turn around, I gotta get this one. Maybe I should set up the whole video real right player. Can we change out what we want in there? Because now I want to add this in here too. Alright, this is what I have to do. I need this video. Where are we at on the website right now? We gotta go to a section. We gotta go to another section. Okay, we're building here. I'll come back to this. We need to put this someplace. Do we have a black? We got videos down here. We are not even filled in yet, have we? We can drop it down here. I know I got a section down here I haven't filled out yet. These are the crazy videos we do. This is the crazy bunch, the wild bunch. That the sunbather, if you haven't seen that one, that's actually insane. That's when we take this 1,000 projector. We actually build a ledge outside the window, set the projector up. The reason why it's got the name the sunbather, because this thing is covered in sunlight. That means that projector is going to have to push 1,000 lumens through all that sunlight, make it through 2 panes of glass, push 13 feet, and still hit a screen and maintain with a lamp sitting right there in front of us. I think it's a 1,000-watt lamp or something. Black outdoor projection screen, sun killer technology. It's a technology screen absorbing sunlight. One of the tests on that product. Outdoor motorized projection screen, levitating. This was one of the levitating screens I built with a giant white border around it to actually collect more light to the screen. 50 lumens outside on a 720p. That was fun. Oh, this is the weatherproof test. We took a screen, folded it up, wrapped it in duct tape, soaked it in water, and froze it into a block of ice. That's that one right there. Demonstrations in the middle of a snowstorm. This would be us right there. Demonstrations in the rain. That would be us right there. This is called the ultimate challenge. It's never been met. This is called a 1,000 lumen challenge. We took a projector, stuck it outside, put a challenge. No, it's matched. It's been there since 2019. What do we got here going at the bottom? Is this it? If we hit the bottom? I think we did hit the bottom. Are we in preview? Sometimes we hit preview, videos will pop up. Let's hit preview and see what pops up down here. I don't want to put a video over top of the video. Are we literally at the bottom? Let's see. All right, these are the crazies. Oh, we can put it down here. We literally have a spot down here to put this in. Heck yes, this would be a perfect area for it. All right, coming out of this. Drop a video player right down here. Here we go. Let's go down here and play. I'm gonna put 2 down here just in case if I find something else crazy on our channel that we forgot about. Oh, I definitely want to put that demonstration. We got a whole page on 1,000 lumens. We need to put that over there too. I'm gonna be hopping back and forth on this. I know I am. All right, let's get this one fitting first. Let's drop over there real quick. This is what you should be seeing on other channels right now. You should see them in their website, doing editing, updating information on their site, loading more video demonstrations. My site literally is so huge. I have people that come in here and get overwhelmed because there's so much information, but that's the way it should be. Then you know what the person, at the end of the day, the person knows what he's talking about. What do we have on there? And I still never got to figure out why the freak they put water in the paint. Like they never really talked about that. Why did you put water in the paint? What's the purpose of water in the paint? You know what water does to paint? It basically breaks down the element, makes it weak. That's the last thing you want to do. I saw that in the other demonstration. The guy had to keep painting the screen over and over and over again. And it was still showing black because he weakened the element by putting water in it. That's the dumbest thing you can do. Oh man, I swear. Anybody put that stuff on their wall, we're going to embarrass the daylights. I'm making that stuff. You know that. In a couple of days, we're making it. I got to get my friend to go pick me up to take me down to Home Depot. I'm making it. We're going to embarrass the day. I got to buy some sock puppets too. I don't got no sock puppets. We're going to embarrass the daylights out of y'all. Just giving y'all long enough rope to do it. Long enough rope. It's going to embarrass y'all. Hope you didn't paint that to your wall. Boy, it's going to look bad. It's going to look it's going to look bad. I'm going to put it through the same test we put black screens through. So if that's supposed to be a black product, it should pass anything under this technology. First test, it's called a pour out. You have to match the exact same black. That's going to be the first one it's going to mess up on. It's going to come up gray. Because the rollers came up gray. Some people are in denial. That's what it comes down to. Literally everybody in every forum site we drop pictures in, what color are the rollers? Literally everyone said gray. So how are you painting a black screen with gray rollers? Yeah, you figure that one out. I have never ever, I work with black technology all day. I've never painted a black screen and go, why are the rollers gray? That'd be some crazy looking, wouldn't it? Paint the blue and the rollers come up red. Paint them purple and they come up orange. We all know that's not not possible. But if we got embarrassed, and keep in mind, we will name this product yours. We'll attach your name to it, name it yours, and we'll use it in every single demonstration. You will get full credit for the embarrassment. What did I just say at the end of the day? What did I say? I said, make our product and I'll make it live on camera. And that's what I'm going to do. But not only live on camera, I'm going to do it over 16 times on camera. We're going to do it in every single demonstration we're going to put against. And not only is it useless that the person who made it doesn't even know what he's doing at the end of the day, we're going to embarrass you even more. Now, once we finish that, you still have the product that I asked you to make. It hasn't been done yet. Slip silver. We got 3 advanced versions of the slip silver we requested to be made live on camera. Also, too, that network grade 773, you know that has a luxury version of it too. It's called a half and half. He hasn't made that one either. That's network gray. You take half of it with that PPG or PPJ, whatever. You put in 1 to 3 tablespoons of black, and you put in a half a teaspoon of silver, the high grade silver you pick up at Lowe's. You still haven't done that demonstration yet. So when I get done embarrassing you, showing this stuff doesn't match our product, that's what it takes at the end of the day, because we really don't care about your customers at the end of the day. They don't buy my product. They don't support us in any way whatsoever. What we're doing is just to embarrass you, to show how much of an idiot you are. I'm still waiting to have that demonstration done. We know you'll never do the demonstration, and you can't do the demonstration due to the fact that network gray alone will match 3 of your products by itself. We know we did the test already. The slip silver is definitely going to match your product, and that one is extremely dangerous because, again, people can get access to that very, very easy. So are we going to see those tests get done? No, it'll never happen. And I'm glad at the fact that it'll never happen, due to the fact that it clearly shows that you're scared, you're a coward, you're afraid, and it doesn't work. And this is going to cause your sales to drop even faster if they haven't already. Judging by your price drop, not going so well. You got to be to back your product up. Question I got to ask real quick to any screen paint maker. When you say that your product works like a TV, can I get a 16-hour demonstration showing your product on a live stream? Can you do that? The exact same thing we did yesterday. Anyone? Any takers? The reason why we're not going to get any takers, because people make those black products, number one, can't generate white light. We already know they're going to do it. We've seen the results. It's pretty bad. People make gray products, can't generate contrast levels at the end of the day and have to be stuck in dark environments. There's no way in the world they're going to maintain an environment we just sat in at 140 inches, 21 feet back. No ultra short throws. Sorry, they're canceled. So they can't do the demonstration. There's a challenge on it. We literally made it a challenge. It'll sit there for 10 years and nobody will do it yet. Now, you do know that when we put that challenge outside, that challenge wasn't just for gray screen paints. We also challenged all certified screens also. So how many people are bold enough to do the impossible challenge? You guys get scared on camera if a little bit of contrast pops up on your screen in a fully lit environment. How many people can do that? You can't do that demonstration. You will never be able to do that. Well, you can't say never. One day, but now you can't do it. On the stuff y'all have now, y'all can't do it. That proves at the end of the day, that demonstration we did proves that your products are all obsolete next to that technology. Do the demonstration. Prove us wrong. You can't do that. So since you can't do the demonstration, what does that make us? The more superior technology. Now I charge $174 for my product because I want to have one of the most affordable products on the market that has more high-tech products on the market. I can easily get a ton of money for my technology, very easy. But I want something that basically, at the end of the day, our battle is not with the screen paint makers. Again, don't care. If you put my name in something, I'm gonna come to crush you real quick. Other than that, don't care. Ours is with the certified screens. So for me to have a technology that can knock out the majority of the ones we already been through, we only have like one we're looking at, we can't get our hands on, but we knocked out all, but just about all certified screens that have a technology that's ultra short though compatible, can pick 100% contrast levels up, maintain its colors and white levels, as you can see in the demonstration right there and the demonstration yesterday. And we can clearly say that our products can go side to side with TVs, including OLEDs, because we pick up black levels. We also too can generate outside with a projector at 720p, 27 feet back at 250 inches without a problem. So with that being said, that would make us the dominant technology. And to have it at $174, that means a person at minimum wage could buy that product with no problem and have a technology that's far more advanced than any certified screen on the face of the planet. Ta-da! Now your gray screen, since at the end of the day, that we're most affordable because we're 60 bucks. No, your stuff is crap. Your stuff is not tested. You don't pull contrast levels. You don't see color. You require expensive projectors just to fix something that the screen is lacking. Outside, you guys do extremely poor outside. You don't have any test back in any of your products. So we can go on the field trip. We won't find anything. It's the same thing. I need this video right here. We need this right here. And on top of that, even worse, there's no real difference between a gray screen and a white screen. Now, for the darker mixes I've seen, yeah, those right there need to require white level tests because you have black paint in there, a lot of black paint in there, and black paint doesn't have the capability to generate white light, and therefore your levels are much darker than certifies or our technology. I can blow y'all screens up easy on a white level test, and my screen's black. There you go. There you go. And we got a demonstration to do, right? Yeah, we do. All right, let me put this in here to video real quick. Now, this ain't bragging. It's just true facts. It is. It's facts. Show me something at the end of the day. Matter of fact, forget show me something. Complete my demonstration I did yesterday. Complete it. Any one of y'all, complete it. By the end of the month, I'm expecting someone to do the same demonstration I did and pull off everything that screen just did. Show me contrast levels, show me white levels, show me colors, show me transitions. Show me. Do it at 720p at 27 feet back at 140 inches. And we'll never see it. All right, let me see. We need you to put you here. I want to change your video out. Put this one in here. We're going to put these are the odds. All right, change you out over here. Take that over there, right there. Put you in right there. These are the odds. Could be worse. I could give you this one as a challenge. That's sun killer. That means you would have to produce a screen outside while the sun is making contact with your screen. You know what makes that technology so interesting? That the projector is on the other side. That is projecting an image through that surface. And as it's projecting the image through that surface, sunlight is pushing through it at the same time, and you can still pick up an image. That was supposed to be a projection screen. It was converted into a heightener technology to allow our screens to generate higher white light and allow our screens to actually have the ability to actually pick up in much lighter, well-lit environments. This is what's going to be in the Alpha 1s, the wallpaper screens we're going to be developing. Ooh, I forgot about that other screen we're working on. We can't even talk about them. It's called Cinema Flow. Yeah, we can't talk about Cinema Flow. Nope. Oh, these are the ones, ambient rejection gain demonstrations. I'm going to keep that box open just in case. We still got to come up here and get that demonstration on the Phantom versus the TV. I need that one. Let me see. I need to put one of those buttons in so I can go straight to the top. There we go. This is our demonstration done. 16 hours, 8 hours, 16 hours video. Woo, it was a long video. Gee, it was a long video. I didn't even come back on after that. I wanted to drop VR on, drop to the bottom of the ocean, and went to sleep. That's where I was at last night, at the bottom of the ocean. That was a lot of work. I wonder if we got hate mail already. Probably do got some hate mail in there right now. Probably upset and angry. He's always bitter. He's bitter every day. Kind of like I'm used to now seeing the hate mail in there now. He's in there always complaining about something. Always bitter and upset and angry. He's very bitter. He's a bitter man. Look, man, instead of basically, if you have time to send that kind of stuff at the end of the day, you really should be working. You really should be working, because I still haven't seen those tests yet. Your product is not tested. I literally went to spend 3 hours going to this person's website and copying and pasting everything he claimed his product to be. Couldn't find a video on jack at all. You need to drop that price lower than that. That price needs to be somewhere in the range of probably like 13 bucks a quart. It should be. 60 bucks is too much. You can get a gallon for that much. Let me see. We need that. I'm gonna go over here. We'll probably dig up another video on this one. At least we got that one in there. We did so many of these. Let me see. I need to find versus TV. The Phantom. Oh, I forgot. We gotta switch over to this now. There we go. Oh, yes! Paint on screens. I knew we had that demonstration here. We did challenge paint on screens, black technology. I sent this to a customer. Here we go. Paint on screens. Yes, I remember that. See those sample sheets, those certifies? Where y'all test at? Come on now. Y'all on camera talking about best of the best and the ambient rejection king. Where are your tests? Y'all don't have any tests. You're supposed to have tests like this. It's a certified test. That's paint on screens right there. We literally had a customer who bought that stuff. Yeah, it didn't go well for them either. Paint on screens, I talked to them before. So they claim that the product is black. It's not black. It's a really dark charcoal gray. That's what it is. It's not black. And they do their sample sheets on oh, these are certified screen demonstrations. Yeah, we're definitely putting this down here. Look at that. Look at that. That's crazy. Do you have any idea how much money this technology is worth? That's the thing about it. When we sit there and we see people like, I gotta say his name because you know who he is. Jamie cry on camera. I mean, he wants a lot of money for this stuff. It's expensive. You know how much money is sitting on top of my screen right now? You know how much money those screens cost? That's $3,000 to $5,000 for those screens up there, and that's 100-inch screens. I got a 159-inch in the next room that can blow out any certified screen. Can your product do that? No. You can't even beat diamond technology. How the freak you gonna take out any one of these? You can't beat house paint. You literally can't beat basic house paint. That's why your product costs that much money. And it should be lower than that. So can you walk into any one of these forum sites with any one of these screens with anybody who owns this screen and show that your product can do better? No, you cannot. That means your product is not worth it. And the fact that you match house paint means it's actually lower than house paint. So the fact that we charge $174 now for a 120-inch screen that can knock out a $5,000 screen. You think about that. When we hit the market, this thing's going to blow up. When I walk into any one of these shows where they have these little setups, I said to them today, don't stick your screen against that screen because that's what's going to happen to you. Now, 48s we have now, we can set, literally, we have demonstrations. We can set a certified screen right next to a white sheet of paper, and it can almost look like it's near like a white sheet of paper. It's generating that much light off the screen. That's why I tell people, you don't understand the concept of what you're looking at the end of the day. And we understand why these people come out here and try to make our product so bad, because it's fear at the end of the day. They're afraid. If they weren't afraid, you'd be doing better demonstrations than me at the end of the day if you could back it up. But you can't. So that all you can do is fear us. That's what you're doing. And that's why I said when I get hate mail and all that stuff doesn't bother me. It just shows me at the end of the day how much a person fears me. Just like when Screen Innovation sticked an attorney on us, a cease and desist order for us to stay away from their stuff. It doesn't tell me at the end of the day that you fear me at the end of the day, because you know what my technology can do. And like I said, to any company out there, including Screen Innovation, the technology we have before us will level your stuff easily with no problem whatsoever. I can stand behind that 100% with no problem. Unless you guys develop a black technology, you can't touch us. And if you develop a black technology, you still can't touch me at the end of the day, because my price is far more reasonable than yours. If a great technology gunmetal is going to cost you $3,000 to $5,000, what do you think a black version of that technology is going to cost you? All right, there you go. From the door. We don't have one of these demonstrations. We have tons of them. Paint on screens? We had a customer actually came in with a paint on screen. He actually bought one. He didn't like it. It didn't do well by him. So basically, we showed him the demonstration we did right against paint on screens. Lights out. Look at that. Look at that. Looks like somebody marked my screen up. That's why I tell you, at the end of the day, you do not know what you have before you. This is why, if I wanted to, I could sell out easy. I could sell to any one of these companies. We have the technology to advance their screens on a level that no other screen, that would make them the top screen. And you'll spend thousands of dollars for it. And if you don't have it, then tough cookies. But now you have the ability to have a technology now that you can afford at the end of the day, and you can knock out any one of these certifieds with no problem. Just like I showed you yesterday. From 8 o'clock to 8 o'clock, we sat there on the live stream and we showed you everything. We didn't hide from white levels. We didn't show you strictly contrast. So we showed you everything. When I get up in the morning, I turn my projector on, it functions like that all day. That's what I see. So what you saw in those many, many hours is what I see all day. I walk from one room, we got screens lit up, go in the room and light up. When I was at the other house, I come downstairs, look up at the ceiling, walk through every day. I think it's gonna be harder for me to get these sandwiches. They definitely know who I am now, so I'm gonna have to have somebody get them for me instead, because some of them know who I am. Oh, we know who you are. You're that Chris H guy, aren't you? Like, yeah, maybe. You can add a pointer that just wallpaper. So you're talking about contrast level, starfield level demonstration. None of these can see it as a starfield. Not one. Not one can pick it up. Only we can see pick it up, which means gunmetal technology can't match us. You can't see color next to our technology. It doesn't register. Hey! Contact me on what phone? Oh, we're on this phone right here. They contacted me on. Oh, no. That's on the other unit. That's on the other connection. So look at that. So when I go into form sites and people have these projection screens set up, of course they're going to have, expensive projectors with them, right? And I go in there with my screen paint and I go, hey, look at this. I got the same, what screen you got? And they said, well, I got this, so and so and so. Okay, I go look in the category, I pull it up. I say, okay, we got that screen over here too. Hey, check this out. And then they go up there and they see that this very screen that they have can't compete with ours. How much did you pay for that by any chance? So I paid so many thousands of dollars. Interesting. So how much does that cost? It costs you under $500 for like 150 inches. How much you pay for that projector back there? Oh, I paid so. It's funny. This projector right here cost me $300. How would that make you feel at the end of the day if you bumped into me and you just spent all that money for that setup and I just do this to your screen? Yep, we need this demonstration right here. This is paint on screens. We need this for the bottom. I'm taking this one too right here. Bam, I forgot. I was trying to find the video where we did paint on screens. I paint screen or paint on screens? Yeah. I'm still trying to figure out how the freak are these guys selling a white screen paint? Like they literally have a white screen paint for like $260 something or something like that. It's crazy. Like, what benefit are you getting from that? Because we literally have it here. These are paint on screens right here. So these little square marks right here, they do this on drywall sample sheets. This is their screens right here. That's paint on screen. Here, here, and here. Can you get a little closer? Bam. That's paint on screen. There, there, and there. That's their screens. So I'm curious, how does a white screen work? We need to go down a little farther than this one. Where are we at on this one? Here? Yeah. We'll add another video to the crazy list. Where's the crazy list getting there? Where's the other part right there? Oh, there's right there. I'll put this here. You guys can always come to the front page and check this out. Let me see. Definitely take that out there. And let's go from here to here. Let's put that here. All right. All right, that's good to go. All right, let's finish our search. We're bumping into stuff as we're searching for something. We did this one too. Is that two of them we did, or is it the same one? No, it's a different one. Same one. ViewSonic. ViewSonic projector. There it is, right there. Woohoo! We found it. Yeah! We beating the crap out of a TV. Now, I've seen people do this on gray screen paints, but you did it in the dark. So that way your contrast levels can pull better. That's why you did it in the dark. Can't do that in the dark. The TV, got to do it in a fully lit environment. So that way you can get the contrast levels and they pop in a fully lit environment. But if you watch this demonstration, you're seeing it on a gray screen, they cheat. And what they do is they do it in a darker environment. So that way their contrast levels can pull better. Can't do that. Sorry. Got to do that in the fully lit environment. Make sure there's plenty of light in there. So that way your contrast levels can see if they can maintain with the TV, which you cannot do because, again, gray screens don't see 100% black. But our technology can pick it up. Oh, watch. We're going to do the snow levels. Are we doing the snow levels next? Got to ask myself, are we doing snow levels? Go to snow levels. I'm trying to get something to match what we have down here at the bottom. I want to see snow levels. Here we go. Boom. Look at that. Is that insane or what? Is that freaking insane or what?
I'm not going to tell you why I saw this demonstration at before.
We always get the town criers to come over and they see these demonstrations. No, y'all, seriously, y'all do remind me of T.O. when they went to Dallas, and he always cried about every little thing when he was on there. He cried when he was with the Eagles too, on top of that, tell you the truth. But when he was on there with I never forget the day, something happened on the field or whatever, and the news reporter wasn't really ridiculing any of the team members. He just said something, and this joker broke down and started crying, like literally tears coming off his lips. Nobody talk about my team that way. Nobody. It was so bad that Philadelphia literally had a part of the newscast called "What Is It Now, T.O.?" Lie to you not. And that's how you naysayers are at the end of the day. Y'all start crying every time we do some crazy demonstration. It's always, what? That's not real. This special camera. He got a special camera. What kind of special camera do I have? So I guess everybody that does business with it all has special cameras. In the showroom, it's going to be special cameras. And the stores are going to be selling this technology, special cameras. Yeah, you keep on preaching that nonsense on the street corner, they're definitely on a 302 you and stick you in a pattern room with some doors in. Nobody. It's called technology that works. It's called hard work at the end of the day. Y'all don't challenge yourselves at the end of the day. You never challenge yourselves. You're too busy cutting corners. This is why when you get asked to do simple stuff, you fail so hard. I want y'all to do my demonstration I did yesterday. I want to see that done. And I'm not talking about, you see my blinds in the back? You see how much light was pushing in through my blinds? I don't want to see no black blinds up there. I want to see them things pushed all the way up. I want that room to be lit up. Like when you first moved in there. Because there's no way in the world that place looked like that when you first moved in there. It's virtually impossible it was ever that dark. If I had walked into a spot like that, what, we have vampires living in here? That room place is dark. You got to basically light that place up and do that demonstration. Take your projector. You got a projector at Epson, but 955, something WS or whatever. It's 720p. I'm using 720p in there. Drop that sucker all the way back, like as far as you can. You don't have 21 feet, probably around 13. Still, that's far enough on the screen. That'll work. Yeah, you need to do that demonstration. Show me that that product works all the way around without washing out. Of course, can't say too much for that projector. For the customer had the 3500 lumen projector. Pfft, yeah, he's not doing. He can't do that demonstration. His screen will wash out. The only way it'll work, he has to darken the environment. That's the only way. This demonstration is berserk. They saw this demonstration too. They were really freaking amazed by that. And the fellow I told you who works over at AT&T, the manager, he was on the site too. He was talking about the TV demonstration. Like, that is sick. Because you got to think about it. You know how much money banners cost? Banners are very expensive. And every time they have a promotion, they got to go in and put. Matter of fact, I got to ask them a question. What are they doing with the banners anyway? Because I could use those bad boys for screens. Anyway, so bottom line is they throw the banners out because the promotion's over and they buy another one. They throw it out and they buy it. That's what the guy was telling me in the store. They keep buying them and throwing them out and it costs the company money. But imagine if they can just coat the entire wall and stick a projector in there. Now, we know at the end of the day, this is AT&T. They're not going to buy any eBay 720p projectors. They're going to go full blown. They're probably going to bring some crazy Chrissy projector in there at 8K and some craziness attached to it. You know what that's going to look like on our technology? That screen's going to blow up on that wall because we're used to using much cheaper machines. Yeah, it's going to blow up. It's going to look like a TV. So we know we automatically got those contracts. That's easy for us at the end of the day. Now, a gray screen, even if you do hit that with a projector with that caliber, it's not, oh, I forgot. We just saw that demonstration. They use a short throw projector in that demonstration, and the canaries or parrots or whatever that was couldn't even pull up. They literally had to darken the environment to work with the projector. You know how bad that sounds? If I walked in there with that screen paint, and they painted that stuff to their screen, and they literally had to dumb down the projector, like turn out down the lights in their store, they're not having that. No. They're not going to darken the environment for a screen. If that's the case, they might just buy a monitor. That's what they're going to buy. But we can show them otherwise because we have black technology. You got to pull all that. The contrast levels, the first thing the guy was talking about. Yeah, I want to see the contrast, all that, because he has a gray screen downstairs. He has an elite gray screen downstairs in his basement. And he says it sucks because, sorry, elite screen, but he did better if he got the dark Star 9, but the gray screens don't pull the contrast and the color needed. Let me see. I did this twice, didn't I? Yes, I did. We need to put this here. So up top, what we got here is on all our demonstrations here. We have we're going to call it the Impossible Challenge. That's what it's going to be labeled as, the Impossible Challenge. Next time, anybody, I'm not talking about one person, anybody comes on YouTube and says out of their mouth, oh, it works like a TV. You better be to prove it works like a TV. Side-by-side demonstration next to a TV. Fully lit environment, not in the dark, so you can fake your contrast levels. And show me a demonstration from 8 to 8 of your screen working around the clock without having any problems whatsoever. And then you can make that statement. This is why they don't like us, because we keep raising the bar. But I told you I was going to do it one day. I said I was going to do it. Now, if we had Danny's paint down here, you know what was going to happen, right? Well, I told you it was going to happen. I was going to drain his container because he made some dumb statement that his product needed water in it. That's a lot of freaking water to put into a container paint. Half of that was water. So if that's your excuse of why that water has to be in there, you're pretty much saving some money here. Because you're only using about half paint and the rest of it's water, and you're telling people that it works as a delivery system to keep the product from drying out. We were going to get one of those containers down. That's why his site stayed locked, because we were going to get one of the containers over here, stick a camera on it, just like we did over there, and have it sit there for 2 days. So anybody can come in and see it. Show it didn't move, it's right there, nobody tampered with it, and then come in and pop the top after we drain the water out of it. And see if that stuff basically evaporated or dried up. And if it didn't, that means that would have been a lie. Now he knew this was a lie anyway, and that's why he never opened up the site. Now he came with this new product called PSP. Man, there are so many things wrong with that at the end of the day with the PSP. Why does that sound like the PlayStation? It literally is the name of the PlayStation, the little portable. Gee, I just thought about that a few minutes ago. Anyway, the nonsense he has on there on his site at the end of the day, there's nothing there to back any of the products or anything he says at all. There's no tests, there's no customers, there's nothing. Can't find anything on it whatsoever. He said he has a product launching in April. You're going to have to show some tests. You're running out of time. April's just about almost over, and there are no test demonstrations on your product. And these tests basically have to be done. One of the most important tests that has to be done is how does your product look next to house paint? You're going to have to do that demonstration. Because if we buy it and we stick it next to house paint and that stuff blends in, not going to go well. And if it blends with any of the gray walls I have in here, it's not going to go well for you. So you need to have these tests done. And if it's not me, somebody else is definitely going to do it. So you're going to have to do these tests. You have no way to back yourself up in court. I can back myself in court very easily. We've done products on black paint all day long. So someone says, hey, we're ready to match the product. We can go to court and we can basically fight that with no problem whatsoever. Yeah, you're going to have your products tested, especially after what you just did. But all that water, saying it works as a delivery system and the polymers, and that's why it separates because water is not supposed to be there to begin with. And on top of that, that breaks down the element of the product and makes it more cheaper and it weakens it. And that's why you require multiple passes over the surface in order to be able to mend to the surface, which doesn't do too well anyway. Oh, man. People are studying check for check. It's interesting how you got a fellow who makes great paints, and yet he talks to me as if I didn't exist. I was here, Danny, before you ever were even heard of. You don't even know half the people that I know at the end of the day. If I had mentioned one person, you wouldn't even know who they are because you weren't around. You're literally making something from the past. It's been made already. All right, we got this one right here, right? We got to put on this one a title and call it the Impossible Challenge, because it is an impossible challenge. That's not the TV right there. That's a TV right there. We have it right here. We'll put this on there, Impossible Challenge. I'll put it in there somewhere. Anyway, this one we have right here with the TV up top. Make sure it's in there nicely. And this is the one we did for 24 hours. I want to explain this out a little bit more too on top of that. This is why they get angry when I sit there and arm customers with information. They're what you should be asking people who make these products. Can I see test demonstrations? Yeah, you want to see test demonstrations. You want to make sure what you're getting at the end of the day, it's not an everyday can of paint being shipped to your front door. What's the difference between your product and a white screen? You have to see a massive difference. And if a person walks over to the screen, that's an automatic fail. You have to see the difference between the product and everyday household paints, whether you can go to the store and do it yourself, or basically, or you're really getting the real deal. You have to see these tests. You already seen what happened. We're not going to go down that road. We're not going to show the videos. You can go to yourself, but you already seen what happens. Right there, we did a video. The fellow came in the room. He went into rants, carrying on emojis, the whole 9 yards, just carried on in the room. Then he displayed the same amount of energy in the room. He displayed it over on his site, talking directly to him on his website. Then you can see where he went into our mail and he's basically spammed us over there because he was upset. What are you upset about? They're your videos at the end of the day. You're selling the same products on the website. So what are you mad about? It's like watching somebody crash into someone's car and they're more upset because they hit your car and they're upset like, well, you know, it's your fault. Blah, blah, blah. No, buddy, we just watch you just bam, right into the car. Come on, man. Own up for the responsibility. So it is what it is. So that's what you got to watch out for. People like that. So that's why you need to request a test. From us, from everybody. I'm not sitting on camera saying, oh, don't request from me. Don't ever request from me. But you need to request from no, you can request from everybody, including us. So where do we have a problem here with saying that? All right, then. That's what I thought. Where's the problem with me saying that? What's wrong with me saying that? That only hurts people at the end of the day who have not done the test, that who have not back their product. It hurts them. Anybody else that can back their product, do not bother by it. Let's publish this. I want to still mess around and see what else we got in there. So we can see if we got any other crazy videos we did for that one. Oh, this is another one too. I can't wait to show off. Let me see. So we're with the Leviathan. Someone was asking me we're going to make a gamer paint for the fellows. I mean, heck, if you want to do the unit, I'm doing the Sugar Plum Fairy. I'm getting me one. Actually, I'm getting both, but anyway, I'm getting the Sugar Plum Fairy. It's up to you at the end of the day. Whatever floats your boat at the end of the day. But anyway, we're doing another one called Leviathan. That is a gamer paint. It can be either male or female, don't make a difference. We're not going to put that on there. We put that on there for the women because the women don't have anything for gaming. Go to a GameStop and look around and find out how much stuff they have in there that's designed for a woman gamer. Ain't a lot of stuff in there. Majority, most of it is designed for us. So they need to have something for themselves. And if you're a guy at the end of the day and you want to play in the Sugar Plum Fairy, then go ahead, knock yourself out. You know what I mean? People want to judge you on that. Hey, tell them to bite the left side of the moon and move on. So I'm getting one for myself. We're also going to get jerseys too. We're going to get jerseys and gear with it and all that. And it's pretty cool. I got a graphic designer coming in for the containers. And I got somebody who designs and makes clothes that's going to make our stuff. I don't want to buy myself from the store. I want something that somebody can make. Some real nice stuff. Something nice. But I'm getting myself a Sugar Plum Fairy jersey. Yes, sir. I'm going to rock it with pride. Let me see. And we're going to get the Leviathan jerseys. They're going to be freaking sick. Wait till you see those. Can't tell you much about the cans. All I can tell you is the containers are going to be custom made. That's all I can tell you. But it's not going to be something you're going to want to throw in the trash. All right, let me see. Let's go over to our Leviathan. We should do this in preview. It's going to be an interesting print screen. I can't wait for we do this one. So there's the intro page for the Leviathan. Been doing a little work. I was doing some work on it yesterday when we were doing the videos up front and back. I'll show you where we're at right now. That's the saga of the ultimate gamer ambulance projection screen paint. It's pretty cool, ain't it? Little flame going on in the background, little scales pushing through. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty interesting page. I met somebody, one of our customers, cool dude, customer now, new customer for us now, who does web design. And he is going to, we're going to be leaving Wix. We are going to leave Wix. After we get done with this thing that has to be taken care of, we have a few lawsuits going through, and after we get done taking care of this lawsuit, Wix is going to we're going to file a class action lawsuit against Wix because again, they could have basically taken down the page. They had the option to do so. We sent them enough information. We gave them everything they possibly could, and they refused to do it. So we filed a lawsuit against them. I don't think they're going to allow me to stay here after file a lawsuit against them. So with that being said, I'm probably going to go into GoDaddy, and I'm not building this site. We're going to bring somebody in to do it for us. And I want it much bigger, much better than this one. So if we're doing this right here, I want something where we can have the Leviathan start with the eyes here and fire come out, cover the entire screen and have it disappear and just move around the screen. That's the kind of crazy stuff I want. And I want a lot of stuff on the site to be interactive with the mouse. Maybe some mini games in there too would be pretty cool too on the website. So I'm going to do something different than nobody else is doing. Oh, it's so cool. Yeah. I love it. And for those of you who haven't seen, this is the gamer paint for the ladies. And there's a guy, if you want it, it's up to you. This is the Sugar Plum Fairy. We had to make the page so magical, so mystical. I told you, I got two friends of mine They are beasts in Call of Duty. You gotta see their headsets. Headsets are hilarious. One got the cat ears, the pink cat ears with the glowing lights on the side, and the other one's got these unicorn. Oh man, people laugh every time they see their headsets and live stream. But those guys are merciless. I mean, you will press that. You ever, like I said, you ever play somebody that was so good you literally thought your controller was unplugged? They would beat you down like that. Like, is this thing even plugged in? They'll beat you down like that. But the headsets are hilarious. I freaking love them. Couldn't find his headsets. Decided to use his daughter's. Got a lot of laughs and kicks off of it. And he got a pair made for an adult. They're freaking hilarious. I like people like that, who have that kind of confidence. They don't care what other people think. So, in the end of the day, trying to shame me about how my shirts may be dirty or this, that, and the other, I don't care about that stuff at the end of the day. All I care is my technology right here. Like, most of the day, I care about God more than anything in the world. But I care about my technology at the end of the day. I really do. I love it that much, you know what I mean? I don't care what other people think. I can walk out of the house wearing a Bugs Bunny costume. Doesn't care at the end of the day. As long as I'm comfortable with what I have on and what makes me happy at the end of the day, don't care. In front of that screen, doing my technology, that's what puts a smile on my face. Really don't care. When I look at a lot of these crazy inventors, they didn't dress up in fancy clothes and all that stuff like that. You see Albert Einstein's hair? His hair was buck wild, 24/7. They don't care about that kind of stuff at the end of the day. I ain't on here to entertain people with a fashion show. I'm here to show you technology. If you're too wrapped up and concerned about what I'm wearing, then that sounds a little creepy to me. Why do you care then? That is weird. Oh, we got the whatchamacallit. Oh, we got to build the labels for the whatchamacallit, the dummy labels. We got to do the dummy labels. This is where we're putting music in. Like I'm really right now putting music. So when the site comes on, you can hear the dun 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 dun. So that's what I'm working on right now. That's a project I'm working on. 3D slideshows right there. We're gonna be putting our pictures once we get the product done. Can't wait for that. Shows the origins of the sugar plum fairy. You know, this stuff has an element in it called mystical. It's called a black hologram level 3. What the freak is that? We'll show you when it comes out. It's gonna be sick. I can't wait. Most of the people who met me came to the house when I was living in the Smurf house. When I came to the door, I wasn't dressed in fancy clothes. I was dressed in clothes covered in paint. And like I've been working every day. That's how I greeted people when they came to the door. Some days I was shaved, some days I wasn't shaved. Because at the end of the day, I'm a man that's passionate about my work at the end of the day. I don't come on camera to get all dialed up and pretty for people. It's not my thing. This is my passion. This is what I love. So what do I care about what people think I am what I'm wearing at the end of the day? Don't care. I don't have those insecurities at the end of the day. Really don't care. As long as my technology performs, does exactly what it's designed to do, that's all that makes me happy at the end of the day. That's all that matters. But more than, I can't say it's all that matters. Most of all what matters is basically keeping my relationship with Jesus Christ. That's more important than all of this, because without that, I wouldn't have this to begin with. None of this would even be, I would never even have it if it weren't for him. People sit there and ask me, where did I come with the idea for all these products? Man, let me explain something to you naysayers at the end of the day. I got it from God, and I tell you how I got it from God. I told people this every time I get someone, a business or someone I'm working with, and the first thing they ask me about, where did you come up with all these ideas? They ain't ideas, they're blessings. That's what they are. That's how I see them at the end of the day. So way back when Digital One Crystal Screen Paints, we didn't even have a name for it. Didn't even know what it was. At this particular time, I didn't even know what's going to be in this field. I have a degree basically in culinary arts. Did you know that? Yeah, I do. Went to restaurant school. Did a month internship in Paris. So yeah, I have a degree in culinary arts. But anyway, So anyway, I did a little computer work here and there, building, modding, all stuff like that. You know what I mean? A little bit of programming. That's basically about it. Nothing really fancy. I made money off that too. So I told you how that gift came to be. That the Lord blessed me with the ability to be able to design and build computers. I couldn't tell you a hard drive from RAM at the end of the day or GPU from a CPU, but that was a blessing from the Lord. He gave me the knowledge to be able to build and design all those freaky crazy computers I had on my site. But anyway, at the time, I built this freaking crazy PC. And I'm sitting there, I got my two Sony side by side, I got my Tesla graphic card, I got a 2011 server board, which I'm using like 412 core processors. You ever seen the boards, the 2011s? They take like 264 gigs of RAM. And I had a PC 3000 OC all overclocked. So I'm bragging about this machine, Facebook, PC God, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, my buddy June contacts me. He's got Gears of War on the 360, and I'm thinking, let's go over there and check that out. So I come over to his house, and the first thing I see in the bay window is the biggest screen I've ever seen. I'm like, good gracious, what the frick are they playing on? And it was insane watching that guy run across the board, and the whole board would shake when he would move, and I go, like, I'm just zoned in on this giant screen. Now, last time I seen a projector, besides the 35 millimeter film, you know, the old projectors back in the day with CRT, which had BMC and the black VGA, so that was pretty old. That's the last time I seen one with CRTs. I didn't even know they made them that small. I never looked at them at all. I just didn't really think I was a TV person. I didn't know they had all the peripherals and everything I had in the back to hook up for my graphic card. Didn't know that. And I'm looking at this and I'm watching it. I'm like, wow, what the freak? I'm like, dude, how much did you pay for all this? Now, mind you, my account was drained because I spent all this money building this PC. And I had two Sony side by side. So he tells me that he had a Sharp. That's what he had, a Sharp projector set up. And he told me it's not that much money. They cost us money. It wasn't a lot of money, like $400 or $500. That's basically about it. So I went in and I sold my two flat monitors, got the money together, went back and forth to him like every day, asking him, what does lumens mean? And what does that mean? He's the one who actually taught me all this stuff. So then later on, I go in, I decide to go to Newegg and I buy this BenQ MS500. I need to buy me another one of those projectors. So that was my first projector I ever purchased, ever. You can actually watch in my demonstrations where I go back to my archives and show you my first projector. So when I hit the wall with it, I was like, Maya, I'm coming off a freaking 1080p, dual 1080p Sony TVs and a graphic card, a massive, beautiful graphic card. So I'm like, it's not gonna work. This is trash. This ain't like what I'm playing on. So I go back to him and I say, hey, look, man, I can't afford the Gray Wolf. The Gray Wolf still makes screens. I can't afford the Gray Wolf because he paid $3,000 for this screen, and I didn't have the money at the time because I blew all my freaking resources into building that machine over there. So he told me about this YouTube paint that they had. Like, everybody's making this paint. And this is when I started going into forums and finding out about Goose Screen and all this stuff, because I didn't even know. Mind, TV person at the end of the day. Didn't know anything about this world. So as I studied Goose Screen and watching their demonstrations, and Goose Screen was way too expensive. I didn't really want to spend like $600, $700 for their paint. And on top of that, with the instructions that went on it. Funny thing about it, my brother's son had a Goose Screen. That's when the first time I saw one up front. He painted one. And I'm sitting there like, wait a minute. You painted this on your wall? This is a paint-on screen? I got all TVs in the house. Wait, I don't get that. Doesn't make any sense. Like, that kind of baffled me a little bit. But anyway, this is years later now that basically I'm getting involved in these screen paints. So I go to Home Depot. There's supposed to be 3 elements that I need to make this this paint. And at the time, every forum site you go to and the screen paint section, everybody was making their own different version of gray paint. Everybody was trying to compete with Goose Green. Everybody was doing multiple demonstrations how to sand down a surface perfectly flat, imperfections. You had to do multiple coats and blah, blah, blah. Everybody was trying to be Goose Green at the end of the day. So anyway, I get down to Home Depot, find out I'm 5 years too short, which means the stuff that's been out for a while, and the 2 elements that I needed are no longer being made. So I can't go home back to nothing. I definitely can't go back to the white walls. And I do like the big screen that I'm getting out of the projector compared to what I got out of the 2 monitors. So I pray. And I asked the Lord to guide me. And right there and then I heard the voice. And I've heard the voice a few times. I heard it the first time when I learned how to do computers. I heard the voice. And I heard the voice when I was in court, about to be prosecuted. I heard the voice that I was not going to jail, and I was going to walk out a free man. I was going to do some time. Yeah, I was going to definitely do time, but I wasn't going to do the time that they were going to give me. And I heard the voice that day in Home Depot. So it told me how to make the product. So I went there and picked up everything As I was walking through, the Lord was telling me, you can get that, and you get that, and get that, and get that. Now, at that particular time, you can't basically put your own judgment in it. You have to listen, you have to clear your mind, and listen to how he does talk to man. So I got the ingredients, I'm in the car, I'm nervous because, I don't know, I know God knows what he's talking about, but get that kind of doubt that seeps in there. I get home, get upstairs, I mix it exactly the way he tells me to mix it. I paint it on the wall, hit it with the projector, and boom, it popped. The colors popped. At the time, I thought I was seeing contrast. The contrast pops. Everything is gorgeous. So my friend, he's a bit of a party boy. He's coming in from a party. He's a little bit wasted. And he comes back in the next day, tucks it in. I'm up all night long watching this screen because I'm freaking amazed by it. I'm taking pictures. I'm sending it to my friends. They're asking me, what did I put on it? You know what I mean? The Lord says, don't say anything. Don't tell anybody. I'm not to tell my mother, nobody. I kept it secret for 2 weeks and didn't tell anybody what was in it. So as I'm sitting there looking at the screen, my buddy pops in on me to see if I'm okay, and he goes, wow. He said, you know what you should do? You should sell this. And here I am now. So that same voice that I heard that day when I was at Home Depot, that night at Home Depot, is the same voice that I hear every time an ingredient is given to me. So when I'm sitting there, I could be sitting at my desk, I could be at a friend's house, a family house, and the Lord would say, hey, I got something for you. We're going to make this tomorrow. This is the ingredient. And he'll just sit there and I'll take a pen and I'll start writing it all down. Once I write it down, it's imprinted in my head and I just burn it. That's it. It's been there forever. So all those ingredients and all those screen paints, every last one of those ingredients is in my head. It's a lot of product. Yep. Now, for those who want to sit there and say, oh, that's not possible. Well, put it this way. My technology has beat everything around it. Show me one product, any product that can take on that product, any certified screen. Show me anyone that can match any of our test demonstrations, any of them. Nobody. I haven't seen one person matching their demonstrations. I've seen people cheat and try to, but fail miserably. No, never mind. I got to call my buddies so we can get to Home Depot and pick up the ingredients. Yep. That's why we have at the top where it says powered by God's technology. And the only person who's really upset by that is the devil at the end of the day, because he's angry and mad because he can't take our blessings. He can't destroy us at the end of the day, and we will always prevail no matter what. We will always be blessed by God. Well, I can't say no matter what. If I base it doing something evil I shouldn't be doing, God's not going to bless my hand at all, period. So since I'm not doing anything evil and my technology just keeps growing, because again, we're already designing new technology already and already have technology available coming soon in 2024 under the Alpha-1 technology. So that means, yes, if I was doing something wrong, God would basically take it all from me. But I'm still here. And I love this right here. That's absolutely beautiful. I wish I could jump in any one of these worlds. That's pretty cool. Paint your next new gaming destination. All these ideas for the build the site, all this stuff, all comes from God. Even my knowledge in business, all of it comes from God. God will have you walk into a room and teach you what to say. I would rather deal with God any day at the end of the day. When I do business with people at the end of the day, it's like having a third eye. Do you know I know what you're going to do before you do it? When you clear your mind and you listen to God and you stop basically trying to control your life at the end of the day and let Him control your life, you know how much easier life gets at the end of the day when you learn to put all your trust in Him? When I walk into a business meeting, they can't steal and rob me at the end of the day. You know who protects me at the end of the day? So when I sit there at that business meeting, I see you for what you are. I can see the wolf in sheep's clothing very easy. And God can see you too. So even before you think it, my Lord and Savior knows what you're going to think before you even do it. So how would you at the end of the day be to take me on? See? So that's what I tell the devil right up front. And when you see people carrying on and acting like that, that's the devil in them. That's what it is. Man has the choice. He has a choice to either serve God or serve the devil. And God does not support that nonsense at the end of the day. Sometimes when I get on camera, I may think that we're going to do something. I got to calm down. When I come off the machine, I got to pray on it. Say, okay, Lord, what is the proper way to handle this situation? What do I need to do to handle this situation? With Jamie, with all the carrying on he was doing, the best way to handle the situation was to take him to court. That's the best way to do it. When he gets to court, all that nonsense he does on YouTube or carrying on and acting, all that stuff is going to be exposed in court. He has to answer for everything he has done. Tried to steal, number one, the way he carried on and act up, he just tried to basically take the Lord's blessings and try to taint them, try to destroy them. You were doing the work of the devil, and you're going to have to pay for it. And if you don't get your life together, like I said, life is short. Anything can happen to you. That's not a threat. It's just basically that's how life is. I can walk out the door right now and be hit by a car or hit by a stray bullet. Anything could happen to me in a walk out the door. Hey, a piece of that ceiling could come down and crush me right now. I lay there on the floor asleep. I can be crushed in my sleep by a piece of plaster. Anything could happen to me. Gas pipe could disconnect and just spray gas and building could explode. There are so many different ways that death is sitting around you at the end of the day. But are you ready to go home at the end of the day? I am. Ain't like I'm not going to fight and try to live at the end of the day, but when my time comes, yeah, I know where I'm going. Question is, you know where you're going at the end of the day. One of the things I tell you I do from time to time, I watch the old TV shows and I like to go back and I like to see the stars. Where are they now? That's one of the things I do. And some of them have passed off the earth and they're gone. And you pray at the end of the day that maybe they found their way with Jesus Christ. If they didn't, that means they're going to end up in the lake of fire forever. It's pretty messed up. And I mean forever. There's no end. There's no breaking point, nothing. Forever. The reason why humans don't understand the concept of forever because we die. That's why. But we're talking about forever. You only get one chance. That's it. And yes, I was one of those people a long time ago who really believed that God was a joke at the end of the day, and it was a bunch of stupid to follow him, and it was a cult, and this, that, and the other, and blah, blah, this, and blah, blah, that. That's what I believed. Whew, man, I tell you, truthfully, I had 5 businesses. I had 5 businesses before this one. Every last one of them failed because they weren't under God. This is the only one that was successful because of him. You got to consider the fact, people. Some people here on the earth, and I'm jumping back and forth, but the thing about it, don't get caught up with things on the earth. Don't get caught up with the trinkets on earth. You're not taking them with you at all. They're going to stay here for somebody else. You better be chasing the Lord at the end of the day. That's what you need to be doing. You better be building your place in heaven and not here on this earth. It's like when I used to collect. I don't collect anymore because that realization kicked in for me. I was collecting since I was 13, collecting all these toys. And the last thing I think I picked up was an 1826. I think 1826. What was it? A Singer sewing machine I bought from somebody. And as I sat down on that sewing machine, I thought to myself, how many people had that machine? How many people really thought that machine was theirs at the end of the day? These people have passed on it and handed over to somebody else. And somebody had that machine and they died and it ended up in that thrift store and ended up buying it. Now I'm the owner of it. But when I die, somebody else is going to have it. And then it's like watching people pass through a strainer, a giant strainer, and all their possessions stay behind this strainer. And that's what happens. And that's when I realized that I'm chasing the wrong thing. I got to do things differently. What if I can find my old stuff? I had a Collector's Weekly. I wonder. Collector's Weekly. This was a site I used to put a lot of my stuff on. That's a collect. This is where I used to go. You come on here, you can show off your collection. You don't sell, you show off your collection and history, things that you had. I think I had it on YouTube. Showed a couple of things. I probably could find it on there out of curiosity. But that's why it's going to Collector's Weekend. But a lot of my collections on there. You don't keep all that stuff. like, that's why the whole term is called, what's it called? Oh, I can't think of the term for that. I really can't think of it. I think it's called foil. It's called something under the sun. I can't think of it. Man works by the sweat of his brow just to get to another. Pretty much, that's it. Let me see. Was it at 1826? Singer. Sewing machine. These things are really old. I actually bumped into one of these. So these things don't have any motors to them. They have a pedal, and you push the pedal back and forth, and that's how you sew with it. I'm trying to figure out if I find mine on here. I was under digital one crystal screen print at the time. I used to do a lot of collecting. This is what I was selling on eBay. You know, those people who want to get into collecting, I'll tell you where you want to go to. You want to go, if you want to find really, really vintage stuff, like really, really like G.I. Joe's, crazy stuff at the end of the day, you got to find those mom and pop stores. The Asians have all that stuff because they never throw anything away. Even when you get pieces, or you get parts that are basically recalls, they don't throw it away. They keep everything. A lot of them still have the inventory intact. That's why a lot of the sneakerheads were going to the mom and pops. That's where they were going to buy their sneakers at, because they knew they still had old inventory back there, because they never throw away their inventory. That's what I figured out. I'm going to find it. I don't know if I would be. I know this is way off topic, but I just want to see. Well, and I should have kept it. I left it in the last house. I think I left it in the last house. I didn't want to take it, but I could have made a really nice desk for a steampunk PC setup. It would have been really nice. That thing was heavy. It was super freaking heavy. Well, I should have came up on the first one that came up. Yeah, these were the desks that came with them right there. Let me go with vintage. I'm gonna look at my old account for the vintage. Yeah, don't know what the freak that was and don't want to find out. Yeah, I'm gonna go see if I can track him down where I have him at. I'm gonna try to track that one down. I can't remember which one I posted, and then again, it might have been a different. I have a different oh, I probably had a different account. But I forgot mine. I think mine was 1826. I'm not sure. Nope. I wonder if I can find my vintage. Hold on a minute. I'm just for a minute for a second here. Vintage. Fisher Price. No, really seriously. Vintage. Fisher Price bubble mower. There it is. That's my name right there. That's another way I felt. Collectors Weekly. There you are right there. So my account was basically, I had a 1985 rare Fisher Price bubble mower in a container right there in the box. That's the only way I could track myself down. There we go, right there. That's me right there. This is my collection. I wonder if I can, oh, there it is right there. Yeah, there it is. There's my whatchamacallit. That is my rare hunter. Rare hunter. Yeah, these are my stuff that I posted. Actually, the gumball machine you see right there, it actually is in the videos. That's actually the gumball machine in all my videos right there. My gumball machine. Chocolate's nowhere to be found in his window. There you go. Vintage gumball machine. They don't even make these anymore. You see it in the videos all the time. That's a collector. Yep. Mint condition in a box. Got my G.I. Joes, Transformers, all that stuff, everything. I found that stuff by walking into a mom and pop store. And that's when I found out that those stores had, that's where I bought it from. And I bought it for the original price too. That's what I bought it for, the original price. This is my site on here. Look at these. These were actually old Japanese vintage postcards. Oh. Watermark stamped and everything. These are old cassette players. They don't even make these anymore. They're actually from, I think they're from Japan also too. Look at these right here. Old cassette players from back in the day. Look at the headsets. Look at the headsets on them. Remember those from back in the day, those old headsets? Yep. See this right here? I'll show you something interesting. That is a 1960 ray gun. I have 38 of these. I just happened to walk into a store. This guy had a box of them sitting on the floor. They were going to throw them in the trash. That's what they're going to do, because they thought they were garbage. When you collect, you know exactly what's worth money. So these are actually really old. They didn't make these come around the time when you had the Flash Gordon era. But anyway, these particular ones right here, he had a box of them. There were 37 of them, and he was going to throw them in the trash. And I bought them all from 10 bucks. That's it. I was selling these on eBay for quite a bit, but I kept a couple for myself. I think the most hurtful thing two things I saw in collecting that pretty much hurt me pretty bad. That some things that just have you shaking your head. When you see people destroy stuff that they have no idea that's worth a lot of freaking money, and they destroy it because they don't know. Knowledge is basically key to basically a lot of things. And if people have valuables sitting right in front of them and don't even know what they are, and if you don't have the knowledge to know what it is, well, you're going to be lost on it. And I've seen it happen 2 times in my lifetime. I saw a woman who had the original, and I'm talking about the original. You ever seen those old-fashioned cash registers, the one you press the button on and it has the little things that pop up on it? She had 3 of them. One was silver, one was gold, and one was copper. She thought that silver was fake. She thought the gold was fake, was gold-plated, and she thought the copper was fake. She threw them all in the trash. She found them in the basement of one of the stores that she bought, old stores she bought, and she threw them all in the trash. When I saw them, I said, where are they? What did you do with them? Because at least I'd buy one of them off of you. And she said, oh, I threw those things in the trash. Oh my goodness. When I showed her how much they cost, she broke down and started crying. They're worth a lot of money. Threw away a lot of money. Second thing I saw, which was extremely painful to watch, there was a fellow. So in this church, the church had a thrift store. This is another place, a fantastic place if you're going treasure hunting to find incredible treasures. Churches. The reason why, because some of these churches who have, and depends on how far they can't, newer church, no. Older church, older brick cobblestone church, those are the ones who have the thrift stores, the gold mines. So in this church, there was a thrift store. This thrift store has been back there since the 30s. Can you imagine what's been sitting back there since the 30s? Usually, most older people, like me, when you start getting older and you realize that all this stuff you're never going to enjoy, you're not going to use it ever, you're not going to open it up, you're not going to sell it, so you just give it away because, again, you'd rather have somebody get joy out of it because, again, you can't get joy out of it because you're a collector, and some people just give things away, and that's what happens in these churches. A lot of these older people give away things and they sit in the thrift stores for many, many years. And some people skip over them because they don't know what they are and they consider it to be junk when it's very, very valuable. So in this particular thrift store, there were thousands and thousands of rows of items of things you would not believe that were sitting down there. I must have saw tons of bone china. Some were done in 24 karat gold. Do you have any idea how much money bone china costs at the end of the day? If it's the real legit bone china, it's going to be extremely expensive. And there were dozens and dozens of dish sets. Stuff that went back for ages. Record players, records, and musical equipment. It was just so much. And as a collector, it was like, gee whiz. So I was trying to tell a fellow at the church, if we wanted to get the church rebuilt, I said, dude, you literally got millions of dollars sitting down here. What you need to do is you need to get this stuff out of this area right here. Get it into a storage unit that has some kind of temperature control because you don't want any of this stuff to deteriorate, and get an appraiser to come in here, and you'd be surprised how much money you literally have. Did he do this? No, he did not. He got lazy. He didn't do nothing at all. And you know what happened? The bell in the church came unhinged and collapsed, made this huge thunderous sound throughout the neighborhood, and the building was deemed unsafe. And the city came in and they destroyed the building. That entire thrift shop, that whole entire gold mine, what I talked about, is under the earth right now. There's probably a building sitting on it right now. Yep. That's the second thing I saw. All that history is under the earth right now. They bulldozed that building and they basically buried it under the earth. Even the construction workers that came in were removing the stained glass out of the building. The stained glass was worth a ton of money. They were removing the stained glass and some of the fixtures. I wouldn't have done that in the day, kind of asking for it, but that's what they did. I guess whoever the person was basically doing the work on the place, they removed that. But man, I couldn't believe that. All that history, everything is under the earth. You got a lot of stuff like that. Yeah, sitting here buried under the earth, things that have been around for centuries and centuries and centuries, still there, because you can't take it with you. None of this stuff you're going to take it with you. Look at this. I even have this. This is a Lion King play set. Lion King came out. Still have it. Still here. Actually, it's still here. Silverhawks lunchbox. With the little bottle of thermo whatever it is, brand name bottleneck, roughneck bottleneck, yeah. G.I. Joe toys. Yep. Mint condition. Transformers. I was the command center. I sold those on eBay for like $1,000. I had about 10 of those. Oh my goodness. Fisher Price cameras. My goodness. You know how rare these things are? Especially if they're still mint condition in the package. Extremely rare. I know we're way off topic here. I love to go down memory road from time to time. I miss this stuff. Big Bird record player. Mint condition in the box. I wonder if that store is still there. I would like to go back. I got 10 grand in one of my accounts. I would go back there and do some shopping. I wonder if he's still there. He probably left. He probably went back to Korea. He's Korean. He's a cool dude. You know what these are? You ever seen the old Tom and Jerry commercials, but they based on the Tom and Jerry cartoons where they're basically trying to kill a bug and they're just pumping. That's a bug. It's a bug spray killer or bug killer. That's what it is. I have these mint condition. These are made by something called Lucky. Fisher Price, McDonald's. These are definitely extremely rare. I have 4 of these in my storage unit. This is the kind of stuff you find in a lot of these mom and pops. These are the treasures you can find. Do you have any idea what that's worth? That's why I said at the end of the day, I see people with y'all collections. My collection is a little different. This is stuff from the past. People thought I had a time machine at one point. These are mint condition Fisher Price toys. Remember this one right here? Remember the little helicopter you would pull behind you to pull along toys? Yeah, I have those too by Fisher Price. Mint condition in the box. This was a baseball game. Real famous one. All-Star Baseball. Still wrapped, mint condition, never even opened. If you had one of these when you were a kid, this is called I think it's Ohio Art Chicken and an Egg. If you had one of these when you were a kid. Mint condition in the box, never even touched. Most valuable toys are the ones that basically, there's another one. I had 2 of these. This is the carousel top. This one's made out of metal. This is a 1950s kids compass for camping. Look at the decorative art on the side. Look at that. Had a compass right in the middle of it for the kids. This right here is called an American doll. These are very expensive. You can get, for what, some of these dolls can cost you anywhere from $60,000 to $70,000. I tell people, if you see dolls made by a company it's called American Made, I think that's it, American Made dolls. You find one of these right here, don't walk past it, pick it up. They're worth quite a bit to collectors. You know, one of the interesting things I found one time, I found a My Little Pony. Do you have any idea how much money My Little Ponies go for? Fisher Price cash register. Fisher Price is very expensive. You can find Fisher Price mint condition in the box, untouched, worth a lot of money. But My Little Ponies, worth a ton of money. These right here, this is a Fisher Price dollhouse from 1978. Dollhouse toys from 1978. I remember seeing these. My sister had these. Smurf puzzles. Right there. It's a Smurf plastic puzzle. Still mint condition. I still got He-Man. I got something called these He-Man tapes. Oh, you'll find them on here. He-Man tapes that actually you could actually listen to, look at the book and listen to basically He-Man's voice. Like it's tape and play or whatever, some kind of book or whatever it was. But yeah. I got miniature what do you call them? Care Bears. Did you know Chips had a whole collection set? Chips, yeah, man, yeah, I got these too. Yeah, these are all my collection. Oh man, I'm telling you. Here we go. This is one by Barbies. This is called a listen and look. So basically you look at the book and you play the tape. told you, Masters of the Universe, right there. I still got them in here. Shows you the date when it came out, 1985. Hasbro, they made that. Vintage toy pinball machine. This one I opened up. That was mine. These are called flip sliders. These are games that came out a long time ago. Little handheld games before you had your Game Boy and your handheld electronic games. You had these games right here. I got this one right here right now. This is my Fuzzy Bear. My Fuzzy Bear, this is the Muppets right here. Player piano. Came from a company called Toontown in 1985. That company no longer exists anymore. Fisher Price Bubble Mower. These are extremely rare. There are only a couple of these left in the world. They make the new ones now. 1980 Master of the Universe. There's a Super Soaker right there. Yeah, I got some. I actually had 3 Super Soakers, the original ones. Here it is right there. There's my Super Soaker right there. Told you, I'm a collector. It's like almost like I have a time machine in it. Brand new, in the box, never opened, never touched. See, the toys that I see people, and I'm talking about one particular person, the toys that you collect, they're okay. The toys that I collect are rare and extremely hard to get. They're mint condition, in the box, never touched at all. I got Tonka trucks, Barbies, you name it, I got them. Because that guy in that shop, we went there, I was shopping at him for about 6 or 7 months, and I still didn't even hit the bottom of what he had in there. Yeah. You saw my bubblegum machine. That's the one I got in the window right now. You saw the antique collection. This is actually in another unit. We don't have this here. 30 of 30. Yeah, I think we got all of them. Yeah, and the ray gun. Yep. So, yep. Actually, I had 2 of those Super Soakers. I gave one away. There was a guy who came in my house to do the installment for Comcast. He was in my modem in, and we got to talking about vintage toys back in the day. And he actually got one of those guns when he was a kid. He went to a pool party, he set it down, and somebody stole it. He never got another one after that. So I gave him one out of my collection. I broke down and cried. He's a real nice guy at the end of the day. Why not? I had like 3 or 4 of them, you know what I mean? I gave most of them away. But yeah, I gave him one. So now he got his toy back that he lost a long time ago. That's why I made so much money on Fisher when I was on eBay. Because basically I could give people a piece of their childhood back. And people literally thought I had a time machine because I was buying these toys mint condition. But you got to know where to shop when you're buying toys, especially the vintage ones. And you'll know that nobody else has ever touched that gun. No one's ever opened it up. No one's ever played it. You'll be the first person to ever touch it. And that's what I was selling on eBay. That's why I was making a killing on there. So I had a massive inventory to buy as much as I want because I was dealing with this guy at the end of the day. I had all these vintage toys. I offered to pay him a little bit more, but he didn't want it. He was a nice, honest dude. He didn't want it. So I was paying the price that toy cost then. I wonder if I got the price tag still on that thing. I don't know if the price tag is still here. Yeah, these were the real ones too, because the real ones are made by, I think it's Lark. These are the ones who make the real ones. These are the real ones right there. But yeah, I would go in there and buy those up, and I would sell them on eBay, and people would buy them from me for like $600 to $700 because they were brand new. Everybody else that had them, they were already used, open. Mine were brand new in the box, never opened, never touched. The first person that would own that and open it up would be the only person that would be able to touch that gun or toy or whatever I had from that far back. Yep. So I was making a killing on eBay. I was only selling the toys on eBay just so I could basically support my company under the Crystal Edge technology screens. Now these are the new Bobo mowers right here. These are all the new ones right here. These are all new ones. That right there is the original one and still in the package right there. So I got a nice little spot where I keep all my, this is not all of them. I have over about 6,000 of interesting toys in my collection unit, over in the storage unit, temperature, air control, that good stuff. Those are my collections in there from the past. And then I have these, which we don't even open. These are just in here, but it's like just being in here. I have no idea why I bought this stuff. Coming from there, and this stuff right here. We don't, yeah, we just keep these in here. Yeah, we don't care. Anyway, that's why I said at the end of the day, very nice collection and all. But keep in mind, I have toys in my collection that are worth hundreds and thousands of dollars. Because they're mint condition and they're extremely, extremely rare. And that whole entire collection, I'm giving it away. I'm not selling it because I can't sell it and I can't depart from it. I'm actually had somebody in my family who's also starting to become a collector, and she's going to get the entire collection. See what I told you at the end of the day? That's what happens to a lot of this stuff. That's where it ends up going. Someone ends up giving it away. I went in and bought all this stuff at the end of the day from a store. But that's why I said going to the thrift stores, if I didn't have anybody else, all this stuff would end up in a thrift store somewhere. That's where we end up at. That's why you got to go out there, you got to hunt around the road. You never know exactly who might drop off this, that, and the other. All right. I got to go take care of some business today. So we did some updates, checked out the Leviathan, loaded some videos on there. I can put that right there at the publishing right there. Everything. Sorry about that, people. I'm yelling in your ear. Let's see. It's going to come out of editing for this right here. And let's get all this stuff loaded up and ready to go. Yeah, I'm happy about that. Being able to have a product at 174. I'm going to keep it at 174. To have a product that advanced that anybody can afford at the end of the day. Yep. Okay, we're good. All right, that being said, somebody called me a few minutes ago over there. I'm on the phone. I got to go take care of that. We're going to do some demonstrations later on today. We got the screen down to 120 inches on the wall, and we're going to show you at $174 on our black technology at 120 inches. That's what you can paint with 24 inches, exactly how advanced it is. We're going to be making that other paint, that other mess with the water in it. The freak did they put water in it for? They didn't even mention what he put. What is water of what? What of what? What's the water for? Don't even know. Just making a mess. That's all. Gotta at least tell me what it's for. Just making a mess. If we're making a gray screen paint product, we tell you what it's all for. You're gonna be using black as your toner that adjusts how dark you want it, whether you want it lighter or darker. People put silver in it because they want it to pop. We are not going to see the silver. If you put in 3 teaspoons of silver, you will never see that stuff because, again, it's going to be polluted by the gray and black you're going to put into it. You do a half and half. Anytime you do silver, you always do a half and half. Then this way, you're definitely going to see it. And if you want that silver to pop a little higher, and what you do is you go down to Lowe's and you go pick up some of that extra fine glitter. It's like, don't touch the gold, stick near the silver. Now, if you want to be technical about it, you don't have to. You can just put half silver, which is going to be 16 ounces. You're making 32 ounces of it. So it's 16 and 16 is 32. So 16, very simple, 16 ounces of PPJ. Drop about 1 teaspoon of silver in it. Mix that up real nicely. And then you take half of whether you want to do network grade 773 or if you want to do half of what's it, slip silver micro blend. Either one of those doesn't make a difference. And you mix that. Then you'll see that silver pop on the other end. But if you throw in tablespoons of it, you're not going to see it. The black is only used as an adjuster. Silver's for the pop, glitter's for the pop. Anything that comes in under the slip silver, anything that comes in under network grade 773, it's called the base. He said the base was a black. No, the base is not black. The base would, if the base was black, then that means basically it would be like making the UV mix. It would be, the black would be the base and the toner would be the white. That's what the base is. You know what he's talking about. So yeah, but water, I don't even know what the freak the water would be for. Like what? They put water in paint to thin it out to get more out of it. So that doesn't make any sense why you would put water in it. What would water be used for? And since he couldn't explain what it was put in there for, he doesn't know what he's talking about. That's all. Silver and glitter is your pop. What you're making to make the paint out of, which is the base of the paint, which you're making more of it with, or the most of it, which would be basically 1050. It could be bullseye primer. It could be network grade 773. It could be slip silver. It doesn't make a difference. That is your base. And the toner is black. That's all it is. I don't know what the frick water is. I've never seen anybody put water in it. That's just messy. All you're doing is breaking down the product or making it thinner to stretch out. That's basically all you put water in it. That's the same thing that the other fellow did. He put water in it. The water was put in there. It wasn't a delivery system. It was put in there to thin out the product and make it seem like it was a skin-like coating when it wasn't. Only problem is when he put that much water in, he broke down the product and he weakened the structure of the product. And that's why it took multiple coats for it to apply onto a surface and wouldn't take, because again, he had weakened the product. That's it, basically about it. Any painter can tell you the same thing. All right, with that being said, I got to get out of here. Thank you for your time and God bless. Oh, wait, before we go, let's check the mail. We already checked some of the mail. He's in there hating already. Let me see. Yeah, we got 4 messages from this guy already. Told you, 100% hater from the door. Look at this. Yeah. Very, very upset. 10 hours of crap. Wow. So that's what he says about a demonstration. Well, if it's 10 hours of crap, you wouldn't mind doing it, would you? Oh, I didn't think so. You can't even pass house paint. Come on, man. You can't pass house paint. And here is again the stalker taking pictures of me. Again. Told you he's a very creepy dude. You got time to be doing all this. Shouldn't you be testing your product? What are the excuses you're going to have for the free mix that we basically blow out of the water at the end of the day? Gee whiz, Jamie, you got to get a life. You got to stop stalking people. It's creepy, man. It is really, really creepy. Stop stalking people. Don't you oh, I forgot. He probably ain't making any sales, so that's the reason why he got all this free. This is the only reason we can say why he has all this free time. He's not making any sales. If you were making some money at the end of the day, you wouldn't be doing all this. You would be busy. But if you feel that you could do the demonstration in a fully lit environment and pull 100% contrast up and do the same thing, then instead of talking about it, how about you just do it? That's all you got to do. Let me get some pretzels or something. Matter of fact, anybody who feels that if the demonstration is so phony, just do it yourself. That's all. Instead of talking crap. All that to write, all that in there to just get this happen to you? Wow. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, that's what I say, he wastes his time. We're not reading through your stuff at the end of the day. We're just going to block it and move on. That's it. All right, I got things to do. I got to get orders out tomorrow. Thank you all for your time. Thank you for your support. Got to go, and God bless. He is